Always got to bring the treats.
You want to make friends? Give them treats, man.
You bring the treats. Some people say it's a little bit creepy because you're giving out lollies to people, but
I'm a big fan of lollies. Nobby's nuts.
So you're running both mics.
I'm lead bass player, so I'm running the show tonight.
The boys from Killer Be Killed are here, guys. Thank you so much for giving me your time.
Oh, dude, thank you. Man.
And congrats on the first ever gig.
Inaugural gig, man.
It was a pleasure to be in the audience.
It's pretty surreal to even say that we did it. It's crazy.
So was it part of the plan when you first started, was it just to collaborate, get an album out, but did you ever think, all right, now let's get it on the road?
I think it came in 3 phases. The first idea was to get together and write music, and that happened in January of 2013. Step 2 was maybe we can get together and record this music, if I'm not mistaken, and that was September of 2013. Record came out in June of 2014, last year. Third and final step, which has made it a full circle of success, was maybe we play a show one day. Today that happened.
Yeah, well, both of you told me the story on the phone where you were in Western Australia looking out over the beach going,
in Perth.
Maybe one day we can make it
Yeah,
happen.
we were standing on top of the hotel in Perth. Like, it was the last day, and it was like beautiful. We're just like looking at the ocean. It was
gorgeous.
sunset, and you know, we knew that we were leaving that night, and you know, Troy was just kind of like, you know, maybe next year we'll play Soundwave together. And it was obviously it seemed absurd. It was said almost in jest because we knew there was just no way in hell we were ever going to find time to play. And lo and behold, man, you're a seer or something. Some kind of
I do. See in the future.
Nostradamus kind of.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Troy Stradamus, they call me.
That's it. Have you been surprised at the reaction? Like, were you, you know, because you were doing this just for yourselves.
Yeah.
So were you surprised when the world has gone, fuck yeah?
You know what, man? Like, I have I have a hard time understanding anything except like the process of whatever I'm doing. I have like a very small ability to understand that someone else in the world has heard what we're doing. So when we wrote the album, I didn't even realize, I don't remember the day that our record came out. Like, I don't remember it coming out. Like, I just know that we recorded it and it came out, and then you kind of just you stay busy, you play other shows, you write other music, and like it wasn't until I started doing interviews for this that I even remembered that like people had heard it. And then I'm like, okay, cool, there's gonna be like 8 people in Australia that know our band, you know. This is like maybe like the 8 super duper fans of like whatever bands that we're in. So it was really crazy to me to come here and be like, holy shit, like all these people are watching us and they know our record and they know the songs, and this is like it's strange. I never get like my head wrapped around that idea, you know.
Do you guys have your own attachment to particular songs on the album?
Particular songs on the record?
Yeah, like do you have attachment to a certain song, or you love them all?
Well,
are they all your special kids?
I'm married to them all, so I do have a deep love for all of them personally. But I think today we played, it was towards the end of the set. It's a slower song. It's called "Melting of My Marrow."
I had that written down here. I really love "Melting of My Marrow."
Yeah, me too. I just fell in love with it tonight. I used to really like it, and then tonight I fell in love with it. It's kind of like a girl I've been seeing for a long time.
And you accidentally utter out, I
did. I'm going to ask her out.
Yeah.
That was a song that Greg wrote, and I don't know. I think it's a hit in my opinion.
Yeah. It's like Curb Crusher is another one that I really love because it brings, you really hear everyone's personality in that song.
Right.
You know.
It's like a classic Max riff. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. It's very cool.
No, playing when we started practicing, and we played that song. That was like one of the ones that I feel like has like a different like energy, like when you're actually playing it live, you're like, fuck, this is heavy as shit, you know, like when you start playing it, you know.
Very cool. Now Ben's just joined us moments ago. I don't know where he disappeared.
He's a good guy right there.
Now, is this official now? You are a full-time member of this band?
He's official today.
I'm still awaiting a response to that question.
All right, the letter's gone to their people from your people.
He's in the trial period. We got to gangbang him in at the end of the tour.
I'm still under extreme scrutiny, so I'm trying to behave.
The 3-month trial period, where anything could happen.
3-dick trial period.
Yeah.
All holes filled. Fill or be filled, dude, at the end of this tour.
The look on Troy's face is like, fuck, I'm not getting involved in that.
Rim crusher, dude. We can go all night.
Now, do you get a chance to catch up with other bands that are on the bill this time around? Is there anyone that you want to hang out with or collaborate with in the future?
Well, today's day 1, so we still have a long week ahead of us. I don't know. There's a lot of people that have befriended along the way doing the festival circuits.
Yeah, you kind of just see people walk around. They're like, whether it's crew or band people, you're like, oh shit. I haven't seen you in 7 years. Holy shit! I can't believe you're still doing awesome. Like even if you don't even know anything about their band, you've just played together so many times at Fest that you're like, oh yeah, right, you're in. Fuck, okay, yes. And then you start talking like, what's been going on with you for the last 7 years since you last played together in Austria or something, you know? But it is cool like that. To, you know, after a while, you stop caring even what kind of band people are in, and you just see people as like lifers or not. Like even if they're like a driver or a reporter or they run a magazine or whatever, you're like, are you in this for the long haul or not? And that kind of weeds out. I feel more in common with a bus driver who's been doing it for 20 years than a band who has only been doing it for a month. In a weird way, you know. Gotcha.
We want to work around here and figure out a band or an album that might have changed you. Could be from your youth, could be even now. We'll start with you, Ben, because you've just been sitting there sort of minding your own business under your
probably
grace
Temple
period.
of the Dog by Temple of the Dog. You know, it's for a good cause. Just, you know, famous grunge artists, you know, doing a great thing, making amazing music.
I would say the Bad Brains like changed majorly my outlook on music. Like I was into like pretty strictly like just thrash and Guns N' Roses and Slayer and Megadeth and, you know, rock and thrash and like death metal stuff like Death and like Atheist and all this stuff when I was like young. And then I heard Bad Brains, and that was the first time that I had seen anyone perform like that or heard that kind of music, and it changed my whole like approach to everything. Like I had never heard like hardcore yet. I had never seen a singer doing things on stage that HR was doing. I had never heard someone doing that kind of vocal over top of you know, heavy music. And so I think the Bad Brains for me was, you know, I would say the three big ones for me were Guns N' Roses, Metallica, and the Bad Brains. Appetite for Destruction, Justice for All, and Eye Against Eye were like the three records that like just blew my fucking dome.
I would say the first record that made my life take a sharp 90-degree left turn would be an album called The Red-Headed Stranger by Willie Nelson.
Wow.
Probably the first three Kiss records. Hi, I'm Juan. I'm playing lead guitar with the guys from this one. It's my birthday too.
Yeah, today is Juan's birthday.
Yeah.
How come no one sung happy birthday to him?
Thank you. First time in Australia, celebrating my birthday, playing with the best musicians I can imagine.
Amazing.
Brilliant guys, huh?
Well, happy birthday, and
Thank you so much.
What a party.
Yeah, I know.
So what was the album? Let's get back to that.
Excuse me?
Oh, the first three Kiss albums.
Yeah, I mean, the early Kiss when they were dark and when they were scary.
Yeah.
Which is what Marilyn Manson's trying to do. You know,
Yeah,
been trying to do.
Did you just snot one of those out of your nose?
It was on my friend Greg.
Oh, that's all right then. That's all good. Greg, you mentioned before the bands that, like the Bad Brains, you heard vocals that you hadn't heard anyone do before.
Right.
Do you think that's something that is so special about you guys? You've got three vocalists.
Right.
It adds a different dynamic to, you know, normal heavy metal music. No one else is doing it, really. I mean, Mastodon does it.
Yeah, except for the...
Except for Mastodon, but...
Right. Right.
Yeah.
No, when we started the band, I was like one of the only creative things that like, because we had like pretty much no rules. The only sonic staple was like I would think all three of us should sing in every song. Like I don't want there to be a Troy song and a Greg song and a Max song. We should all sing in every song. And then I was like, there's no one that does that. There's no band that's three singers. And then I realized that Mastodon does that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I do the same thing. It's like, no, is it? Oh no, Mastodon. Yeah.
Right. But yeah, three singers from different bands, I guess. I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. Would you suggest to other bands that maybe are on this bill to reach outside, and does it help kind of reinvent what you do by collaborating with other bands?
It absolutely does, man. And I think that you know, one of the unfortunate things that happens in music and in metal is that people go into like this defensive position once they accomplish something. You know, they like take a new piece of land, and then they're like, all right, this is it. I'm not going to discover anything else. I've got this piece of land. The industry is shrinking. Metal is shrinking. I need to hold on to this, whether it's a character or a sound or like a persona. I'm going to hold on to this forever, and that's really unfortunate, because that's, you know, you should step out of your comfort zone, even if it's a failure, even if the album sucks. The fact that you stepped out of your comfort zone and try to collaborate with someone new or do something different, you're going to grow from it, even if it doesn't seem like it works on you know, sonically. You'll still grow, and it's still interesting for fans of the music to be like, oh, I want to hear what this guy and this guy and this guy sound like together. Like that's really valuable, you know.
It's extremely valuable, because you know, Max is one of those people that's done that over the years.
Yeah.
Always lent himself to different projects, and he just does what he wants to do, and you guys have done it, and it's made something special. So congratulations.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate you saying that.
I know I've spoken to you on the phone about it before, but I fucking love it, and it's a really great album. And
thank you, man.
I hope there's more to come in the future.
You know what's been my favorite moment? when Max showed up to the rehearsal, and his first wind of breath into the microphone, everybody turned around and looked at each other, and we're like, our
Kids in
heads
a candy
swirling.
store.
Yeah, it's like amazing. We just looked around at each other, and he's like there, going off. But us, like, we just looked at each other. We're like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So
'Cause
that's
we
been my key.
practiced-
That's been my key moment.
We rehearsed for like 2 days before Max got there because he was in Mexico on another tour, and we were like running through the album basically without him. And when he came in the room and plugged in and just like kind of just stepped in with his parts, like right away, like as soon as he started screaming, we were just like, yeah, we're like kids in a candy store. Like, this is fucking awesome now. Like everything, we knew everything was gonna be good, you know.
Yeah, for sure. That's good though, because you all obviously respect each other's music and respect what each other does.
Right.
But is Max kind of seen like the dad kind of figure or that?
No, he's actually the kid, man.
Is he?
He's more excited about this than us collectively, probably.
That's fucking cool.
No, he acts like he has a very childlike enthusiasm for metal and music still. It's really, really infectious.
That is rad. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up because I know you got you got fuck all to do except for go and enjoy bands.
That's it.
Matt, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, man.